Hello and welcome to the Barnett Center Arena at Northern State University in Aberdeen, South Dakota. State basketball live right now, and it's a lot of basketball going on. Of course, we know the tournaments in college going on right now. We've got state basketball throughout South Dakota for both. We're all three classes, Class AA, A, and B. Here in Aberdeen, South Dakota, of course, it's the Class B state tournament. I'm Zach Spear alongside Gage, Ravellette. Thank you for tuning in. We are on Classic Hits 106.3. Fuller Digital Solutions on YouTube, as well as kvht.com. So you have two routes of being able to watch and listen live. Now, South Dakota Public Broadcasting has allowed us to bring a camera and broadcast the Freeman Flyers and the Viborg-Hurley Cougar games. A big thank you to them. For complete coverage, updated scores, and photos of the high school basketball championships, visit sdpb.org/basketball. All the games will be broadcast live on SDPB television. For updated content, check out SDPB Sports on social media. We also want to thank our sponsors. We've got sponsors for both Viborg-Hurley as well as for Freeman. The Viborg-Hurley sponsors include Wardlaw, Yankton Thrive, Merchant State Bank, Helena Agri Enterprises, Dakota Ace Hardware, Ackerman Heating and Cooling, Farmers Lumber Company, Janelle Pearson Next Home Tri-State Realty, and Hometown Grocery. For Freeman, the sponsors include Vermeer, Merchant State Bank, CHS Agronomy, C&B Operations, Rural Manufacturing, Freeman Dental, Vision Care Associates Freeman, Freeman Lumber Company, Golden West Communications, Core Trust Bank, Sioux International, Sari Auto Body, Freeman Regional Health Services, Janelle Pearson Next Home Tri-State Realty, and Yankton Thrive. And that is Janelle Pearson and Yankton Thrive, a sponsor for both areas. But again, we will be covering all three games for both the Viborg-Hurley Cougars and Freeman Flyers live. And we are in for a great weekend of basketball as the third game of the day in the closing minutes, 4.5 minutes to play. 64-38, the Cardinals on top of the Knights. And it'll be the last game played that we're covering here tonight between the Viborg-Hurley Cougars and the Freeman Flyers. I'm Zach Spear alongside Gage, Ravellette. Again, a great day and night for basketball. It should be a fun weekend. Gage, we've got a great matchup coming up right away as the two teams out of Region 4B are going to match up right away. Familiar opponents. They know each other. They played first game of the regular season this year with Freeman actually winning over Viborg-Hurley. Your thoughts on this matchup and what to expect?
You know, covering all these Region 4 games, I'm really excited for this one. It sucks to have to play each other first round. And like you said, they did play each other once already. Freeman coming up on top, one of only two losses from the Cougars this season. I have the Cougars winning this one, but I think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be exciting. They played each other before. Just can't wait to get into it.
And so you already gave a prediction for the game. Can I get a score prediction from you, Gage?
Oh, I'm not that good, Zach, but I'll say 68-65.
So you're expecting a tight race, and that it should be. I mean, just looking at the two teams, they're both very good. There's a reason both made it to the state tournament. Of course, you have to be good to be able to make it to the state tournament. Viborg-Hurley got themselves a 3 seed. They're 21-2. And for the Freeman Flyers, they grabbed the number 6 seed at 19-4. But again, the Flyers did defeat the Viborg-Hurley Cougars early in the season. It was the first game of the regular season, but a lot can change in that time as a ball comes right to a nice deflection, Gage, as we are sitting courtside right now. Again, if you're tuned in on Classic Hits 106.3, you can also watch and listen live. We'll be on Fuller Digital Solutions on YouTube as well as kvht.com. We'll take a quick break, and when we return, we'll have a little bit of what to expect from the game, some game trends, numbers, past games, and how they made it to the state tournament. It's all coming up in just a moment.
The Viborg-Hurley Cougars are guilty of not only being great athletes, but great young adults growing into a great asset for the community. That's why Gary Ward of the Ward Law Office is proud to support the Viborg-Hurley Cougars. Young Viborg-Hurley students are the future of our community, and the future is bright. So from Ward Law Office in Viborg, good luck to Viborg-Hurley Cougar student athletes in the game and in life. Go Cougars!
This is your invitation to thrive in Yankton, South Dakota. Nestled on the bluffs of the Missouri River, plenty of outdoor adventures are waiting. Whether you work remote or in a traditional office, we have a spot for you. Quality health care, diverse manufacturing, progressive school system, Mount Marty University, and so much more. Explore with family and friends. Let's thrive together.
Pick or place your property with Janelle Pearson of Next Home Tri-State Realty. With licenses in Iowa and South Dakota, Janelle Pearson is the perfect choice to buy or sell your home. Rest assured, as you see the knowledge, hard work, passion, and care that goes into taking care of you. Give Janelle Pearson of Next Home Tri-State Realty a call today at 712-552-7102 to take care of all your home needs. Janelle Pearson is a proud sponsor of this sports broadcast.
At Merchant State Bank, with locations in Freeman, Hurley, Viborg, and Irene, they offer big bank products with a small town service to meet your financial needs and promote economic stability and growth within the communities they call home. Visit them online at msvsd.com to learn more about the services they offer. Merchant State Bank is a proud sponsor of the athletic and academic activities in the communities they serve, hoping this season is a memorable one. From Merchant State Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Helena Agra Enterprises is one of the foremost agronomic solution providers in the U.S. with over 500 branch locations. Helena markets and sells inputs that improve agricultural productivity for greater customer returns. Helena's theme of people, products, knowledge reinforces the company's commitment to helping customers succeed through the knowledgeable and dedicated people, useful and unique products, and the latest proven technologies. Helena is a proud sponsor of the Viborg-Hurley Cougars.
Good luck, Viborg-Hurley Cougars. From Dakota Ace Hardware Viborg, cheering you on, Dakota Ace Hardware Viborg has been supporting the communities of Viborg-Hurley, Parker, Irene Wakanda, and Centerville since 1994 and offers everything from paint to plumbing and electrical and lawn and garden. Good luck to the Cougars from your locally owned Dakota Ace Hardware in Viborg. Go Cougars!
And back on the floor here, awaiting the matchup between the Freeman Flyers and the Viborg-Hurley Cougars as Del Rapids St. Mary takes on Aberdeen Christian. 2 minutes, 13 seconds left to play in this one. And Del Rapids St. Mary currently leading 65-42 over Aberdeen Christian. And some earlier games, number 4 seeded Wessington Springs defeated number 5 Wall 74-52. And then at the top, the early game, number 1 Castlewood looked like a number 1 seed. They defeated Lyman, who is the 8th seed, 64-38. So Viborg-Hurley and Freeman, winner of this game, looks like they'll be taking on Del Rapids St. Mary tomorrow at 7:45, And then loser of this game will play, looks like Aberdeen Christian in a game at 1:45. We'll be live with both. Both will be on Classic Hits 106.3. Fuller Digital Solutions on YouTube and kvht.com. But again, we're here for Viborg-Hurley and Freeman. Let's take a look inside the numbers. And Gage, this should be a good one. Viborg-Hurley averages 62.5 points per game, and they give up just shy of 40 points per game. That is a difference of their average game. They win by nearly 23 points per game. Freeman comes in this one averaging 66 points per game, slightly higher than Viborg-Hurley, but gives up a decent amount of more points, 51.5. Their average game, they win by 14.5 points. At home, Viborg-Hurley was 8-0 this year. On the road, Viborg-Hurley was 7-1. And then neutral site playoffs, Viborg-Hurley at 6-1. Of course, a neutral site from here on out in the state tournament for Freeman. At home, undefeated, 9-0. On the road, away, 6-3. And then they're 4-1 in neutral site / playoffs. Viborg-Hurley, against teams that are 500 plus, they've done really good this year, 13-2. And against teams who are 500 or under, they haven't lost yet. They're 8-0. For Freeman, they've also done a nice job, 10-4 against teams that are 500 plus, while being 9-0 against teams that are 500 under. Of course, you make it to the state tournament, every team is going to be 500 plus from here on out. The two have a combined record of 23-6. I mean, talk about that. And with them both being Region 4B, I think we are just in for what's going to be a dogfight. I somewhat expect the scoring to be a little bit lower because it is a regional matchup. These two teams don't like each other. They're probably not afraid to admit that, and we should be in for a good one.
Yeah, looking at the stat sheet I have in front of me, these teams can shoot. This Cougar team, they have multiple guys who are shooting over 50% into the high 60s. I don't expect this Cougar team to miss a lot. Freeman, on the other hand, has a few more losses. That doesn't take away from the good team that they are. And like you said, they hate each other. I guess I shouldn't say hate. They dislike each other. They're close to the same area. They're not too far apart from the same region. They should know each other well enough to play a tight game, close game. It should be a good one.
And that's kind of why I was expecting maybe a lower scoring game, because they know each other. They know what to expect. But on the flip side, the offense knows what to expect from the opposing team's defense. Last time, though, as we mentioned, these teams played, it was the first game of the regular season. Freeman was able to come out on top with a win. It was a tight one then. It was 57-53. Both teams scoring below their averages, and Freeman scored roughly 9 points below their season average, and then for Viborg-Hurley, 9.5 points below their season average. So it was a lower scoring game, but you can also credit that to first game. You know, getting the jitters out, you're not quite in your shooting form mid-season. You could credit to that as well. But in their last 4 matchups now, Viborg-Hurley's won 3 of the 4. Of course, though, this is the big one. That first game was still a big one and important, but this one much more important. If either of these teams want to get to the state championship game, they're going to have to win this one. Strength of schedule for both of these. Viborg-Hurley, a schedule of 242 wins, 195 losses. The teams they played, 55.5% win percentage, and then Freeman just above 500, the teams they played, 228 wins, 227 losses. That's a win percentage of 50.1%. Of course, you get in those percents, they're not too terribly far off, but it definitely makes a difference here in this one. Game time is set to tip off here at 7:45. We'll take another break, and when we return, the path through the playoffs for each of these teams on Classic Hits 106.3, Fuller Digital Solutions on YouTube, and KVHT.com.
Trust Ackerman Heating and Air Conditioning in Viborg for all your HVAC needs. Ackerman Heating and Air Conditioning features Coleman Heating and Cooling Units. The Coleman name is a trusted icon in America. Known for the rugged dependability and tremendous value, Coleman products stand the test of time. So if you need HVAC work, let the professionals at Ackerman Heating and Air Conditioning handle the task from start to finish. Give them a call for whatever the South Dakota weather throws your way.
Building a team takes the right mix of quality materials and expertise. You can find the lumber and materials for your next project at Farmers Lumber Company in Viborg. Farmers Lumber Company knows that both area teams are built strong and are sure to be successful in tonight's game and beyond. So if you need lumber or hardware for your spring project, make sure to stop by Farmers Lumber Company in Viborg. From Farmers Lumber Company, good luck to both teams.
Get your grocery list and head to Hometown Grocery on Main Street in Viborg. Warm up with hot deals at Hometown Grocery, home of super savings, putting more purchase power into your food dollars. So pile up the pantry, load up the shelves. With hundreds of new items, you'll find everything on your grocery list if you can find room in your freezer. Visit Hometown Grocery on Facebook and check out the latest ad to save even more. Hometown Grocery is a proud sponsor of the Viborg-Hurley Cougars. Good luck, Cougars.
Through the playoffs and into the state tournament. First up, the Viborg-Hurley Cougars. The Cougars first took on Irene Wakanda in the Region 4B quarterfinals. As the 1 seed, the Cougars proved to be too much to handle for the Eagles, coming out on top 76-37. The next opponent for the Cougars was the Centerville Tornadoes in the semifinals. Again, Viborg-Hurley proved why they were the 1 seed and toppled the Tornadoes 71-37. Next up, the Sodak 16. The Cougars matched up against Crazy Horse in a game played in Wagner. Viborg-Hurley was able to pull off the win and punch their ticket to the state tournament after winning 73-37. The Cougars were able to grab the 3 seed in Aberdeen for state play and will take on the Freeman Flyers in the first round. Now let's take a look at their path through the playoffs. The Freeman Flyers opened their playoffs against Gage in the quarterfinals. Freeman, who was the 3 seed, beat the 6th-seeded Raiders with a score of 61-38. Next up for the Flyers, the Parkston Trojans in the semifinals. With a Sodak 16 game on the line, Freeman pulled off the upset and beat the number 2-seeded Trojans 86-76. Now for the Sodak 16, the Flyers took on the Howard Tigers at the Corn Palace in Mitchell. Freeman pulled off another win and found themselves state-bound after they defeated Howard 72-60. The Freeman Flyers landed the 6th seed heading into the state tournament and will face a regional opponent in their first game.
Again, that was the path through the playoffs for both the Viborg-Hurley Cougars and the Freeman Flyers. Now, I do want to point out, in that path through the playoffs, Viborg-Hurley averaged 73 1/3 points per game and gave up 37 points per game. Not only, Gage, did they score 10 points per game more than their season average, but they were giving up 2.5 points per game less. They've really picked things up, and they have looked like such a good team since the playoffs have started. For Freeman, they had a slightly more difficult path, though, but that's what happens when you're the 3 seed in your region compared to the 1 seed. You're just going to have tougher matchups. And their teams have had a combined record of 42-17 in the playoffs. Freeman averaged 73 points per game. They gave up 58 points per game. So they scored 7 points per game more than their season average, while also giving up 6.5 points per game more. You know, you've got to take into account, though, the difficulty of the opponents that they played. But nonetheless, impressive. They were able to topple some really good teams.
Yeah, and just looking at the playoff path for the Freeman Flyers, they scored 86 on Parkston. They went into that Parkston game as underdogs. So being able to put 86 points on the Trojans, who were a higher seed, who was expected to win, is wonderful. Is great as an underdog team. You come into this game, first game in state, with a little momentum riding on from the Sodak 16 game. This is how Cinderella teams are made when you come in with that much momentum.
Well, speaking of Cinderella stories, we'll see if we get a little March Madness here tonight. If Freeman can pull off the upset, I mean, they're a very capable team, but no sleeping on Viborg-Hurley, as they have been good from start to finish. 2 great teams. I got a chance to talk with both head coaches ahead of this matchup. It's Lance Friesen for Freeman and Shane Warwick of the Cougars. We'll take a listen to that chat with Lance Friesen right now.
Hello and welcome to our Coaches Conversations. Now chatting with head coach Lance Friesen of the Freeman Flyers. Coach, how are you doing today?
Oh, we're doing great. How about yourself?
Doing well, excited for some playoff basketball. As your team has found themselves in the state tournament, what is the overall feeling and excitement?
Yeah, there's a lot of excitement. We've got a real young team, and everybody talks about it and say someday, well, here it is. And so now we're just in the mode of trying to get all in and get invested and make sure we're ready for the moments.
And, you know, having a young team, I'm sure there were some bumps in the road, but what was the difference between first game of the year until last game? You know, where was the improvement most at?
Well, I just think role definition, you know, just playing as a team, getting everybody comfortable with the role on the team, and then just working on playing together, and both defense and offensive ends of the floor. And I think we're just a better team now, and our parts have also gotten better as the year has gone on.
And what kind of style of play should we expect to see from your team on both sides of the basketball?
Well, we pressure as much as we can on defense, and, you know, the better the teams, like at the state tournament, you can't put as much pressure on because you just can't give up layups. You just can't give up offensive rebounds, can't give up open looks. But we like to pressure as long as we can control those things and keep away the easy buckets. What we like to hang our hat on is tempo on offense. We like to push the ball. We're not afraid to put it up fairly early. We always say first date, last date. kind of push the ball, get a good look. If not, we're going to get some reversals and try to make them guard us and finish the shot clock well.
And coming up, your first opponent, a familiar one. It's the Viborg-Hurley Cougars. You played them in first game of the year. What are your thoughts on this matchup?
Oh, they're really good. They're well coached. They're long. Probably the biggest thing is we've got to adjust to their length. We've played some long teams, but I think they're the longest, and just that length and athleticism that they have can cause some problems. And Shane Warwick does a great job with them. They'll come ready with a lot of plays, and we're going to have to find a way to prevent lobs, post-ups, and back doors against them. But talented kids and well coached.
And who are a few of the players on your squad that you're going to have to rely on heavily throughout this tournament?
Yeah, we kind of had three guys, and then a lot of guys step up. We have a lot of guys that can score. But consistently, David Walter, he's been our leading scorer throughout the year, and Tate Sorensen, those two have had some big nights for us. Luke Peters is the next guy that's pretty consistent, but you just keep going down the list. There's, Taden Kerrigan with 6 or 7 points, and Chris Austin with 6 or 7 points, and Luke Miller's right there. So we're pretty balanced, but it starts with David and Tate getting us going.
And, of course, as you mentioned, a young team, but you've still got a few senior guys on your squad. What a way to send them off than a state tournament run. What has it been like having these guys on your squad?
They're our culture, and we appreciate their efforts and their ability to accept their role, whatever it is, and they do it joyfully. Sawyer Whiff was a freshman in my first year here, and that was a one-win team. So he and the program have come a long way, and he's a major piece of it, and we appreciate all our seniors and their efforts given to the program.
Well, Coach, thank you so much for the time. I really do appreciate it. Congratulations on making it to the state tournament.
Thanks for having us.
Again, that was head coach Lance Friesen of the Freeman Flyers. When we return, our coaches' conversations continue with our chat with head coach Shane Warwick of the Viborg-Hurley Cougars. That's all here on Classic Hits 106.3, KVHT.com, and Fuller Digital Solutions on YouTube.
At Merchant State Bank, with locations in Freeman, Hurley, Viborg, and Irene, they offer big bank products to meet your financial needs and promote economic stability and growth within the communities they call home. Visit them online at msb-sd.com to learn more about the services they offer. Merchant State Bank is always proud to sponsor the athletic and academic activities of the communities they serve. Good luck to all the area teams in their games.
CHS Farmers Agronomy is a leading ag company based in Freeman and Parkston that offers a wide range of agronomy services, including crop protection, crop nutrients, and seed products. Energy solutions provided are propane, refined fuels, and lubricants, as well as animal nutrition and equipment services. CHS Farmers Alliance Agronomy offers comprehensive solutions for farmers, including cash bids, future trading, and grain contracts. Download the MyCHS app to stay up to date on important info. CHS Farmers Allegiance Agronomy in Freeman and Parkston is a proud sponsor of this sports broadcast.
At C&B Operations in Freeman, we're proud to be part of this vibrant community where hard work, passion, and dedication shine through every student. Whether on the field, in the classroom, or on stage, every student is a champion in their own way. We're here to support Freeman and Freeman Academy athletes, scholars, and students involved in clubs and activities that make our town thrive. C&B, your hometown partner, cheering on all the young champions of Freeman.
Keep dreaming big and reaching high.
Freeman Lumber is a proud sponsor of this sports broadcast and wants you to know that they are very proud of their staff who will assist you with friendly and courteous service. Stop by Freeman Lumber at 104 Main in Freeman and let them help you with your building needs, whether it is fencing, windows, siding, roofs, and remodels, or new builds, or just your everyday lumber needs. Stop in and deal with someone you know and can trust. That's the folks at Freeman Lumber Co. in Freeman, South Dakota.
Rural Manufacturing Company of Freeman, South Dakota has a large inventory of steel for buildings and fabrication needs. They stock square and rectangular tube, pipe, angles, channels, and rounds. Rural Manufacturing also stocks shapes in stainless steel. Their sheet metal stock consists of hot-rolled steel, stainless steel, and galvanized steel. Concrete rebar is also in stock in sizes 3/8 to 3/4 in 20-foot lengths. Call Rural Manufacturing in Freeman for pricing or info on fabrication services available.
Back on our coaches' conversations, it's Viborg-Hurley head coach Shane Warwick.
Coach, how are you doing today?
Great. How you guys doing?
Great as well. Excited for more state basketball. And, of course, your team has made it to the state tournament in back-to-back years. That's got to feel good seeing your team's hard work pay off.
No doubt. We're really excited to get back there. We've got 3 seniors on the team, and I just feel like they're ready to get back and try to that opportunity and see what we can make happen.
And now your first matchup, it's a team that you know well. What are your thoughts on this matchup?
No doubt. We had lost to Freeman earlier in the season. They've got a really good basketball team. So for us, it's getting started right out of the gate with a team that we had lost to. I think our players are looking forward to it. And like I said, we'll have a great battle right out of the gate Thursday night.
And what do you expect them to throw your way both offensively and defensively?
Well, they're talented. They got really good athletes. They got a lot of shooters. They can handle the ball. They're well coached. So just not only playing them at the beginning of the year and seeing them during the year, but they do a lot of things defensively. We're switching up from man to zone, and like I said, at this time of year, you kind of just got to be prepared for everything.
And now it was the first game of the season, so it's been a long time since you've played them. How has your team changed or improved since that first game of the year?
Well, I think, too, learning a new system and everything that we've went through, I think we have improved dramatically. That is something that we knew would take some time. And, even before the playoffs started here, on the run there, we had a 2-week off with no games. And actually, we were looking forward to it. And we definitely feel like we made strides during that time. And so, like I said, we're really excited with the growth that this team has made, and like I said, excited and looking forward to Thursday night.
And so who are a couple of players that your team is going to rely heavily on throughout the tournament?
Well, no doubt we got Nick Hansen, our returning All-State basketball player, has been big for us all season long. Another player that has had an outstanding season is our other senior, Owen Niederbaumer. He has really came on and played a big role at both ends for us, offensively and defensively. Brady Schrodemeyer has naturally had a big season for us also, playing the point guard position. And then just really we have had so many other players that have came up big in different nights. From Jake Austin, Brady Morrison has had a huge year shooting the basketball, giving us a spark off the bench. Brandon Gertis just came in defending, rebounding. So we just have had contributions from all of our players that, just naturally we have a few players that are solid every night, but then when we get contribution from the outside, and Rafe has been big for us too at both ends. So when we've been tough to beat is when we've had contribution from everyone.
And so your seniors, they're going to be playing their last few games in a Viborg-Hurley jersey. What has been so special about that group of guys to you?
They just have done a great job leading this team. Talk about guys that have got some talent, but they're just unselfish in everything that. It's been about trying to win and trying to get better. So kind of on two fronts, they've had a lot of success, this season, but they've just been great to be around. They've been great leaders, and we're just looking forward to have those last 3 games playing with them.
Well, Coach, I appreciate the time, and congratulations on making it to the state tournament.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Again, that was head coach Shane Warwick of the Viborg-Hurley Cougars. When we return, starting lineups and a great game on Classic Hits 106.3, Fuller Digital Solutions on YouTube, and KVHD.com.
At Sioux International of Freeman, South Dakota, they pride themselves on delivering equipment solutions to every sort of farming operation. The company continues to exude a tradition of excellent customer service and employ a large staff of knowledgeable technicians. Get the scoop on the latest deals and what's new, whether it's ag equipment, acreage equipment, lawn and garden, or equipment attachments. It's what they do at your Sioux International dealer in Freeman, South Dakota, a proud sponsor of this sports broadcast.
At Freeman Regional Health Services, we're committed to your family's health and well-being. Whether it's an emergency, an annual checkup, or senior care, we're proud to serve Freeman and the surrounding communities. We're excited to now offer Planet Heart and Body Composition scans, expanding our services to meet your needs. Visit freemanregional.com to learn more about our compassionate, high-quality care. We look forward to caring for you. Freeman Regional Health Services is a proud sponsor of this sports broadcast.
rewarding you for doing everyday things, like buying gas, shopping, and dining local. Does your bank do that? If you're a Core Trust customer, your bank does that. When you open a premium or preferred checking account and meet requirements, you get access to Core Trust perks powered by Bazing, an exclusive network offering 300,000 plus deals and discounts on dining, shopping, travel, fuel, and more. Visit us online, in person, or by phone. Terms and conditions apply. Member FDIC.
Since 1987, Sari Auto Body in Freeman has been repairing your car from headlights to taillights. Been in a wreck? They can fix it. Windshield replacement or repair? They do that too. From oil changes, tires, wheel alignments, and even engine overhauls. They can handle it all. One business in Freeman to remember, Sari Auto Body. Make them your one-stop shop for all your vehicle needs. Sari Auto Body in Freeman is a proud sponsor of this sports broadcast.
Welcome back to courtside as this game getting closer and closer to tip-off as the Freeman Flyers and the Viborg-Hurley Cougars go at it here on the floor. The number 3 seed Viborg-Hurley Cougars in Class B in the state tournament, and the Flyers the number 6 seed. Cougars coming with a 21-2 record, and the Flyers with a 19-4 record. I'm Zach Spear alongside Gage Ravellette, as we'll cover all of the games for both Freeman and Viborg-Hurley during this state tournament run. It'll all be on Classic Hits 106.3, Fuller Digital Solutions on YouTube, and kvht.com. Teams are on the floor. Freeman is wearing their maroon jerseys, maroon shorts trimmed out in white. On the flip side, Viborg-Hurley in all white jersey and shorts. They'll be trimmed out in orange and black as the teams have been announced on the floor. I'm sure you can hear the cheering. You know how I know there's so many people here, Gage, is we had to park a good 5 to 6 blocks away. We got our steps in, bringing our equipment in here. It is getting packed here at Northwestern State, and if you can pack in a college arena, you know that's a lot of people, especially for high school basketball.
Yeah, a lot of hype behind this game, and yeah, as you mentioned, I'm pretty sure we hiked a good 1.5 miles just to get to where we're at. You know, we might have entered the wrong side of the school, so we had to walk all the way through the school. But nevertheless, we are here. Looking at this matchup, one last thing before we start. One player I want to talk about is number 34 for the Cougars, Nick Hansen. He was a big piece of this offense last year when they were in the state tournament and throughout their season. He's a big piece in their offense this year. From the few times I've seen him play, he is going to be the difference maker in this game. So look for number 34, Nick Hansen, for the Cougars.
Absolutely. Now it's time for your starting lineups as they do them on the floor as well. We'll start with the number 6 seeded Freeman Flyers. Senior at 6 foot, 2.2 points per game and 2.2 rebounds per game. It's number 10, Sawyer Whiff. A freshman, 6 points per game, 3.5 boards per game. Number 11, Tayden Kerrigan. Junior with 9.7 points per game and 2 assists per game. Number 22, Luke Peters. The leader of this team, a freshman, averaging 19 points per game, 7 rebounds per game. Number 35, it's David Walter. And to round off the Flyers lineup, junior, averaging 14 points per game, 16.5 rebounds per game. Number 42, Tate Sorensen. For the number 3 seeded Viborg-Hurley Cougars, a junior guard, 6 points per game, 2 rebounds. Number 3, it's Jake Austin. Junior guard at 6'1", 11.1 points per game. Number 23, Brady Schroedermeyer. A senior forward, 9.5 points per game, 4.7 rebounds per game. Number 32, Owen Niederbaumer. As you mentioned, senior forward, 6'7", 19.5 points per game, 8 rebounds per game. Number 34, Nick Hansen. And to round off the Cougars lineup, senior forward, 2 points per game, 1 assist per game. Number 55, it's Rafe Getters. As the teams meet in the center circle, jumping will be between David Walter of the Flyers and Nick Hansen for the Cougars. It's getting loud here already as Nick Hansen listed at 6'7", Walter at 6'4", a 3-inch height advantage for the Cougars. Ball tipped in the air. It's controlled and won by the Viborg-Hurley Cougars. Cougars will move the ball right to left as you watch it live on both kvht.com and Fuller Digital Solutions on YouTube. With it, Nick Hansen in the lane, dumps it down low. Up and good with it is Owen Niederbaumer. We've got our first score started as Viborg-Hurley gets the scoring started. Now the Flyers, their first set on the offensive side, moving left to right in their all maroon jerseys. Beyond the arc with it, Tate Sorensen. Tries bringing it in, loses the basketball, stolen away into the hands of Gedderts. His pass nearly stolen, and a layup for the Cougars is good. Brady Schroedermeyer will score it, and the Cougars start out on top. A quick 4-0 run. They start with this one. Whistle will blow, and I believe we've got our first foul of the game. Goes against Viborg-Hurley, their first team foul. And the foul goes against Nick Hansen, his first personal. So the Flyers inbound it, still looking for their first score of the game. They get it in here to Nate Sorensen. Now driving with it, Walter. He was pushed before the shot, I believe. We'll see if they give him free throws. As Brady Schroedermeyer picks up his first personal, second team foul. It was a foul on the floor, so no free throws coming up. Inbounding will be Sawyer Whiff for the Freeman Flyers. Whiff gets it in. Thinking about the three was Kerrigan. Kerrigan drives a baseline. Floater, money. Kerrigan gets the scoring started here for the Flyers. 4-2. Viborg-Hurley leads 1 minute into the first quarter. Well, it's been quick scoring. It's down low to Niederbaumer. Pass, if caught, could have been an easy layup. Knocked out of bounds, though, by the Flyers, and Sawyer Whiff. You know, Gage, I mentioned I thought it might be a low-scoring game. Well, if that first minute is any indication of that, I could be wrong. Nick Hansen, short jumper in the lane, no good. Rafe Gedderts, the offensive board, right back to Hansen. He goes up again with a runner, no good. Fight for the rebound, ends up in the hands of Sawyer Whiff. Flyers now a chance to either tie it or take the lead. Viborg-Hurley has led since the first possession. Bounce pass goes out of bounds. I think just some miscommunication there on the other side.
Yeah, this Flyers team just can't seem to find a groove on the offensive side of the floor. Hopefully it'll open up soon.
So with the Cougars, a minute and a half in, they lead 4-2. With it, Schroedermeyer swings it out. Three-pointer, Niederbaumer, a swish! Owen Niederbaumer might be 6'6", but he plays like a guard at times. Knocks in the triple. Has his team up as that pass intercepted by Nick Hansen. Viborg-Hurley looking to keep their hot start going as Jake Austin fouled on the layup attempt. He'll head to the free throw line. The first free throws we'll have in the game. As the foul will go against Taden Kerrigan. That's his first personal, team's first. And at the line, Jake Austin, as the Cougars off to a hot start, 7-2, and could be 9-2 with a pair of made free throws. First is good. So Jake Austin now has scored. 3 of the starters for the Cougars on the board with points, as Austin, his second attempt, also falls in. Makes this 9-2. Viborg-Hurley leads in the early stages of the first quarter. Flyers now move it with it. Taden Kerrigan, his pass nearly intercepted. David Walter got it, drives it baseline, nearly lost the ball, but it will turn it over. Rafe Gedderts up ahead. Brady Schroedermeyer with the layup, it's good. 11-2 the start here. Cougars rolling early. They look unstoppable to start this game. The Flyers needing something here. As Luke Peters gets it into the corner. A three answered there by Tate Sorensen. Whistle will blow, and I believe we've got a timeout. Or do we have a foul? We do get a foul. It'll go against Freeman. It's their second team foul, the first personal against Luke Peters. 11-5 your score. Viborg-Hurley leads Freeman. 5:35 to play as the ball knocked out of bounds on the inbound. Viborg-Hurley keeps possession. Now checking in will be Luke Miller for the Flyers in the place of Sawyer Whiff. We've got an exciting one here early. Niederbaumer to inbound. It gets it to Nick Hansen, right back to Niederbaumer. He crosses the timeline. And Viborg-Hurley with it in the half court. Schroedermeyer will give it up. Niederbaumer, right back to Schroedermeyer. Instead of taking the open three, drives it. His shot denied. Sent away by Tate Sorensen. Rebound pulled in by Luke Peters. Flyers a chance to bring it back within reason as Peters no good on the shot. Rebound Schroedermeyer. Niederbaumer definitely impacted that shot as the height advantage for Viborg-Hurley has made things tricky down low for Freeman on offense. Schroedermeyer over to the side of Niederbaumer. Now to Rafe Gedderts at the free throw line, swings at Schroedermeyer. Driving it baseline, swings it out. Up top, Niederbaumer. Lots of ball movement for the Cougars offense here as Brady Schroedermeyer with it into Nick Hansen. Nick Hansen called for a travel. A turnover, and that pulls us to the 4:37 mark in the first quarter. Coming in for Freeman is number 4, Christopher Asen. Will have a media timeout on the floor. We'll take it when we return. 11-5, Cougars lead in the first quarter.
Vision Care Associates in Freeman and Parkston are proud sponsors of this sports broadcast. When it's time to get your vision checked, you go to the eye care center that has the latest technology. Vision Care Associates now offers new OptiMap dilation free exams in both the Freeman and Parkston clinics. It's quick and easy. Best of all, it keeps your day interruption free. OptiMap captures a detailed image of your eye, helping to detect any problems. No blurriness, no discomfort, just clear, precise results. See the best when you visit Vision Care Associates in Freeman and Parkston.
When it comes to sports teams and players, they can do more when they have the best equipment. This also applies to manufacturing and agriculture. For 75 years, Vermeer Manufacturing has been equipping the world to do more. Vermeer is growing and is looking to fill positions in production. If you're looking, Vermeer is hiring and offering a great starting wage, great benefits, and a great workplace. Start your career with Vermeer, a proud sponsor of the Freeman students.
As we return, 11-5, your score. Viborg-Hurley on top of the Freeman Flyers. Flyers basketball. It wasn't a coach timeout. It was a timeout for media here, as they do at the state tournaments. Each quarter you get a minute timeout, as close to the 4-minute mark as they can get. But again, 11-5, Viborg-Hurley leads. Freeman with the basketball, trying to get right back into it. Asen gets in, launches the three. No good. Fight for the rebound. Offensive board for Freeman, and a travel. Luke Miller looked like he was a little off balance. I agree with the call. Definitely a travel, but an unfortunate one as he just couldn't quite get his foot in. He had the rebound easily.
Yeah, this Viborg defense has done a really good job at keeping the Flyers very uncomfortable. That was probably the first possession I felt the Flyers had some sort of groove. They got the offensive rebound, just couldn't keep possession of the ball.
And now on the other side, Brady Schroedermeyer shot denied. Nick Hansen a couple of offensive boards, and now a jump ball that'll favor Freeman. Sorry to cut you off there, Gage.
No, you're all right. Kind of get my hands full, so cut me off whenever.
And a good big thanks to Gage Ravellette. He's helping me as he runs the stream as well as the camera. I've got the easy part with play-by-play. Luke Peters with the basketball, brings it up for Freeman. Now Tate Sorensen thought about the three to side against it into Asen. Asen will hand it off, gets it right back. Now crossing the court, Tate Sorensen, he's going to walk within another travel. As you mentioned, Gage, just uncomfortable on offense. Credit to Viborg-Hurley's defense, but the scoring has now slowed down on both sides. Couple of subs here as back in the game, David Walter and Taden Kerrigan for the Freeman Flyers. As Tate Sorensen and I believe Sawyer Whiff head to the bench. No, not Whiff. It was Luke Peters. Brenner Gertis now in for the Cougars along with Nolan Kolthoff. Kolthoff off the bench. Braden Morrison another. He'll fire a three immediately. No good, but Kolthoff, the offensive rebound, puts it back in for two. 13-5. Viborg-Hurley leads by 8. 3.5 to play in the first quarter. Ball nearly lost, but the Flyers keep possession. That pass intercepted. Nick Hansen the steal. Up ahead, Brady Schroedermeyer goes in, layup, no good. Kolthoff, another putback on the rebound. And now a timeout, a full timeout called by head coach Freeman of the Flyers. We'll take that timeout and be back in a moment here.
It started with a rancher who built a fence that bordered a land. This is where we began. A copper wire strung from one fence post to the next. That lone wire went on to connect one family to another and then another, until one day it touched us all. At Golden West, we didn't build the communities that made South Dakota. No, we just brought them together.
At the Freeman Parkston Dental Center, you will receive the highest quality comprehensive dental care in a friendly, relaxed atmosphere. Freeman Parkston Dental Center strive to provide the best general, cosmetic, and emergency dental care in the area. In addition to general dentistry, they offer Invisalign, teeth whitening, dental implants, and pediatric services. The team is highly trained, professional, and compassionate. Freeman and Parkston Dental Centers are a proud sponsor of this sports broadcast.
As the buzzer sounds, timeout over is called by Coach Freeman of the Flyers. Wants to get his team back on track. They trail 15-5, 3:10 to play here in the first quarter. Flyers with possession here. Again, they move it left to right as you watch it live. Tate Sorensen drops it off down low. David Walter can't get the bucket. Rebound goes Brenner Gertis. I got to point out, David Walter right now without a score. He leads his team with 19 points per game, And now pass intercepted. Speaking of Walter, had it, and he was just near tiptoeing that line, stepped out, and would have been a layup for David Walter. Instead, right back to the hands of Viborg-Hurley, and it'll reset the shot clock. Viborg-Hurley probably really happy with that. Is that pass intercepted? And now going out of bounds. Last touch by Viborg-Hurley, though. Freeman gets the turnover right back. Freeman's going to have to play aggressive to get back into this one. They trail 15-5. It's a 10-point difference. Walter steps up to the three-point line, knocks it in. You knew it wouldn't take long for Walter to get on track. He's on the board with 3. 15-8 now. Viborg-Hurley on top. 2.5 to go in the first quarter. Region 4B representing in the state tournament as Jake Austin drives a floater. Looked like maybe deflected by the Flyers. They'll take it the other direction. Moving with it here is Taden Kerrigan. Down low, gets it to Walter, and a foul on Viborg-Hurley. This has been a fast game, Gage. I can hardly catch my breath as it's back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah, it started out, the Cougars were in the rhythm on offense. Now it seems like kind of the momentum has changed for both teams. Viborg just can't seem to hang on to the ball, and the Flyers might have figured something out.
Driving baseline, Tate Sorensen puts it up and gets another bucket. That brings it down to a 5-point game with under 2 to play in the first quarter. 15-10, Viborg-Hurley with the lead and the basketball. Jake Austin has it. Now gets it to Brenner Gertis, up top to Nick Hansen. Lots of movement beyond the perimeter here. Braden Morrison wants the 3 right away. Back iron it goes, fight for the rebound, and into the hands of the Flyers. They could make it a one-possession game here. They swing it up ahead, nearly lost it, but Luke Peters hangs on to it. Peters drives into the lane, a tough layup. That is the definition of a tough layup. 15-12, it's a 3-point difference. Under 90 seconds to play in the first quarter. Cougars with it, looking to get back on track. When they came out, they looked unstoppable. Looking to get back on pace. The answer from Jake Austin, no good, but Kolthoff yet again an offensive board. They swing it across, a fresh shot clock. Down low, they get it Kolthoff. His shot denied. The Flyers with the basketball. They want to move it quickly as Peters drives again, but has it stripped away. Braden Morrison, a great defensive effort. We'll see if they slow it down under a minute to play. Cougars with the basketball, they lead 15-12. What a game it's been so far. Both teams 110% effort. Down low, Nick Hansen, the post moves. Put too much on it. Sawyer Whiffle bringing in for the Flyers. Up ahead, they move it. David Walter, his shot denied at the three-point line. Wanted to tie things up. Instead, it's headed the other way. Kolthoff, his shot denied, but he's fouled. Kolthoff will head to the free throw line. And I tell you what, Kolthoff off the bench, 4 points. They're both off putbacks. 3 offensive boards in his limited minutes so far. He's made an impact in this game already.
Yeah, and as we've seen from the girls' state tournament, huge bench points is really what separates you from the rest of the competition. Having players to come off the bench and be that spark plug, as some say, is huge.
And that jolt is exactly what they've gotten from Kolthoff, who sunk his 5th point on that first free throw. Couple of subs on each side. On the second of 2 free throw attempts here, Kolthoff. To make this a 5-point game again. He does just that. He's up to 6 points, leads the game in scoring now. Whistles will blow as they'll let Rafe Gedderts get in as Kolthoff quick will check out. He's been an X factor so far, and as you mentioned, bench points can be the make or break in a game like this in the state tournament. We know the studs are going to get their points, but who can really be that X factor? Flyers with the basketball here. Up top, Sorensen launches a three. Put too much on it. Gettert's the rebound. 12 to play. Cougars look to be the final shot here of the first quarter. 17-12, they lead. 5 seconds to play in the first quarter. With it, Niederbaumer sets up the mid-range jumper. He's got it. The buzzer sounds. We wrap up our first quarter. Viborg-Hurley leads 19-12. We'll be back with the second quarter. This is a great game so far on Classic Hits 106.3, Fuller Digital Solutions on YouTube, and KVHT.com.
The Viborg-Hurley Cougars are guilty of not only being great athletes, but great young adults growing into a great asset for the community. That's why Gary Ward of the Ward Law Office is proud to support the Viborg-Hurley Cougars. Young Viborg-Hurley students are the future of our community, and the future is bright. So from Ward Law Office in Viborg, good luck to Viborg-Hurley Cougar student athletes in the game and in life. Go Cougars!
This is your invitation to thrive in Yankton, South Dakota. Nestled on the bluffs of the Missouri River, plenty of outdoor adventures are waiting. Whether you work remote or in a traditional office, we have a spot for you. Quality health care, diverse manufacturing, progressive school system, Mount Marty University, and so much more. Explore with family and friends. Let's thrive together.
After 8 minutes of play, it's 19-12. The Flyers trailing the Viborg-Hurley Cougars. Starting with the basketball will be the Cougars as the possession arrow favors them. After the inbound, it will flip. It has been a fast game, and that's kind of what you expect from region opponents. Now, the scoring I wasn't quite expecting to be this high. Cougars pacing a 76-point performance, but of course, that's if they keep up their pace the entire game. Schroedermeyer up to Jake Austin. They'll move it along the perimeter now. Rafe Getterts, he'll bring it out. Trying to go down low. Getterts the fadeaway, couldn't get it. Fight for the rebound. Freeman ends up with it. So the Flyers look to score the first bucket of the second quarter. Peters thought about the turnaround. No. Instead, Luke Miller launches the three. The high arcer falls in. Down to a 4-point deficit. It's 19-15. Flyers trailing. Cougars with the basketball. Schroedermeyer brings it across half court. Now to Rafe Getterts. Right back to Schroedermeyer. He'll swing it up top. The answer, no. Jake Austin instead brings it into the elbow. Picks up his dribble. Thought he was going to fire the answer three. Instead, wanted a better look. They'll take time on this one. 10 to shoot on the shot clock. Niederbaumer has it. Hands it off Schroedermeyer. 1 foot behind, 1 foot in front of the three. Now Jake Austin at the free throw line. Schroedermeyer, 2 to shoot. Did he get it off? Doesn't matter. Didn't make it. Freeman rebound. Trying to trap where the Cougars. Instead, it heads the other way. Luke Peters with Freeman has it. Swings it out. Asen with it. He'll launch it. Off the back iron it goes. Getterts with the rebound. And I want to point out Getterts. He's pulling in rebounds. Doing a great job on the defensive glass so far today. Cougars with it. They'll move it quickly. The layup, no good. Short on it. Offensive rebound. And Niederbaumer got the rebound. He's fouled on the second attempt. As it looked like Schroedermeyer, no hesitation, wanted to take it all the way down and score it. But Niederbaumer ends up at the line. His shot good, makes it 20-15. Foul goes against Christopher Asen. It's the first team foul of the quarter, and it goes against the Flyers. The first personal for Christopher Asen. Niederbaumer knocked down the first. He's up to 8 points. He leads all scorers in this game. We've seen him take over games. He averages 9.5 points per game. He's already at 9, though. Flyers will slow it down here. No, they won't. They'll just launch it up across the court. Asen, the open three, no. Tate Sorensen, an offensive board, goes up, gets the second opportunity. That's a big man move there from Tate Sorensen. Up ahead, the Cougars, 2 minutes into the second quarter. Viborg-Hurley leads 21-17. They've got the basketball. Austin on the near side corner now to Nick Hansen. Swings it across the court. Gedderts. Niederbaumer now Austin. Austin, an opening to the lane, high off the glass. As he hit the deck, he got the bucket. Austin now up to 4 points in the game. Luke Miller up top, Asen. Now Sorensen. The passing has been frequent as Walter gets it down low. He's fouled before the shot. Viborg-Hurley probably happy about that foul, as otherwise he had a wide open shot under the rack. Foul will go against Brady Schroedermeyer, his second personal. Team's first in the second quarter. In the stoppage of play, just want to thank you for tuning in here. If you want that local touch on coverage, where your option is Asen. His layup falls short into the hands of the Cougars. They now lead 6, a chance to extend that lead. They've led the entire way, but Freeman, a pesky team who just keeps it close. Morrison swings it out, Hansen, right back to Morrison. He brings it out to the Wolves logo here. Near half court. Kolthoff with it. Gets it into Austin, he'll bring it back out. Nick Hansen wanting to back down Sorensen. He gets doubled up, but Niederbaumer on the three-point line put way too much on it. Offensive rebound, did it touch the rim? I think Viborg-Hurley thinks it touched the rim. I'm not sure if it did. It'll be a shot clock violation with 4:44 to play in the first half. And they will call the media timeout. We'll take it when we return. Cougars lead 23-17, and Flyers will have the basketball.
Pick or place your property with Janelle Pearson of Next Home Tri-State Realty. With licenses in Iowa and South Dakota, Janelle Pearson is the perfect choice to buy or sell your home. Rest assured, as you see the knowledge, hard work, passion, and care that goes into taking care of you. Give Janelle Pearson of Next Home Tri-State Realty a call today at 712-552-7102 to take care of all your home needs. Janelle Pearson is a proud sponsor of this sports broadcast.
At Merchant State Bank, with locations in Freeman, Hurley, Viborg, and Irene, they offer big bank products with a small-town service to meet your financial needs and promote economic stability and growth within the communities they call home. Visit them online at msvsd.com to learn more about the services they offer. Merchant State Bank is a proud sponsor of the athletic and academic activities in the communities they serve, hoping this season is a memorable one. From Merchant State Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
4:44 to play here in the first half. Cougars lead 23-17. Flyers with the basketball. This has been about as fast-paced of a game as you can ask for. Surprisingly low amount of fouls again, though. They're letting them play, and you love to see that. When it comes to playoffs, you want to let the teams play, fight it out themselves. You only call the ones where it's, yeah, that was for sure a foul. So far, a nicely officiated game. David Walter with it. He gets doubled up immediately, gives it up Tate Sorensen, who tries driving it baseline, knocked out of bounds, and a turnover, giving the basketball to the Cougars. Jake Austin inbounds it here to Owen Niederbaumer as they'll work on offense again here. Crowds full for each side as lots of excitement. Braden Morrison, corner three, bounces around, no good. Ball gets knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Viborg-Hurley as Kolthoff jumped out of bounds to save it. Was unable to do so. And that will give Freeman the basketball. So a little bit of a scoring lull here. Haven't seen many of those here, Gage. But we've got one now. Ball nearly tipped out. Kerrigan keeps possession. Jake Austin not giving him any space as we hit the halfway point. Walter drives to the rack, scores it. Walter, a nice layup. He's up to 5. 23-19, your score. Cougars lead with the ball. Braden Morrison works it against Luke Peterson. Peters, not Peterson. Niederbaumer, he wants a three. It's money. Niederbaumer, ice cold beyond the arc. 26-19, it makes it. Pass down low, goes out of bounds. Viborg-Hurley ball. Gage, that three, no hesitation, as I said, ice cold from Niederbaumer, puts his team up 7 points.
He knew he was going to shoot that thing before the pass was even thrown.
He was just hoping that pass was coming his way. It did, and just a nice shot. He's up to 12 already in the game. Jake Austin up top, Morrison. Pump fakes a three. Kolthoff gets a seam down low, off the glass in. Cougars on a run. They lead 9. It's 28-19. Just over 3 to play here in the second quarter. David Walter with it. Wants to drive with it, and he's fouled. Foul against Owen Niederbaumer. He'll pick up his first personal, team's second. And at the free throw line, David Walter will head. Walter, first of 2, no good. Sawyer Whiff comes in for the Flyers in place of Luke Miller. No subs for the Cougars. We're right at the 3-minute mark. Walter sinks the second of 2. He's up to 6. 28-20 now the score. Viborg-Hurley leads. Nick Hansen, cross court. Niederbaumer, another 3! He's hit 3 in today's game. 15 points for him. He is on fire, pacing a 30-point performance here at State. Walter drives with it. Wrap around, somehow got it to go. I don't know how David Walter got that one. He's a freshman, Gage, and he somehow got that one. A highlight reel play. 2:22 to play here in the first half. 31-22, Viborg-Hurley leads. Nick Hansen drives at baseline. He's fouled before the... No! A travel on Nick Hansen. I can't get over that David Walter layup. That was insane. And I do think we got the replay. Maybe as we take our break at halftime, we might have to show that one again. With it, Taden Kerrigan for the Flyers. Short-range jumper, put too much on it. Kolthoff with, I believe, his 5th rebound already in the game. We cross the 2-minute mark. It's 31-22. Cougars lead by 9. Jake Austin steps it back. That's good. Cougars lead by double digits, an 11-point lead. Now Freeman with it. They'll swing it around the perimeter. Walter with it. Walter wants to drive it. He gets cut off, though. He'll move it into the lane. Sorensen gets fouled. Sorensen got the shot to fall, but the foul was before. And they'll inbound it. Foul goes against Nick Hansen, his second personal, team's 3rd. There hasn't been a ton of fouls here called in this game. But you like that. You like letting them play on the floor. Flyers to inbound it. They'll get it into Luke Peters. Peters, the crossover, spin move, he travels. There's been a lot of travels here in this game so far. This is the final game in Class B state playoffs. The other 3 games already wrapped up as we tipped off about 7:50 here tonight. And 2 teams from the same region playing each other in the first round. Cougars with it. 75 seconds to play. Up top, Gedderts with it. Now he'll hand it off Jake Austin. Braden Morrison brings it up top. Had some space, instead gives it up to Austin. He'll fire a 3 off the right side of the rim. Rebound goes Tate Sorensen. Freeman with the basketball. They'll move it up and set up their offense. Sorensen tried the bounce pass, ended up with it. Down low he goes to Walter. Walter lost it, ends up in the hands of Kerrigan. Up top now they swing it. Luke Peter, the 3, he's got it.
And shots like that, Zach, are the reason why the Flyers are still in this game.
33-25. Freeman leads in this, Viborg-Hurley leads. Freeman off of the score, though, bringing it down to an 8-point difference. 25 seconds to play in the first half. Braden Morrison swings it far side Gertis. Now Gedderts. His pass down low was off of the rim and into the hands of Freeman. If they can get a shot to fall, they're going to be happy with how this second quarter ended. 10 seconds to play here. Walter with it. Works against Gedderts. The crossover, the three, it's money! Brings it to a 5-point game. The three-quarter shot, no good. That's exactly what Freeman was looking for. 33-28, Viborg-Hurley still with the lead, but Freeman slowly closing that gap. Let's take a watch on that one replay. I got to see that layup again. The up and under, it was just insane. Let's watch it now. An incredible layup there. But I tell you what, Viborg-Hurley has looked good in this one. Anytime you can be up double digits against another state team, very impressive. When we return at the half, we'll talk about what we've seen, what to expect in the second half, and more of a great game coming up on Classic Hits 106.3, Fuller Digital Solutions on YouTube, and KVHT.com.
Helena Agra Enterprises is one of the foremost agronomic solution providers in the U.S. with over 500 branch locations. Helena markets and sells inputs that improve agricultural productivity for greater customer returns. Helena's theme of people, products, knowledge reinforces the company's commitment to helping customers succeed through the knowledgeable and dedicated people, useful and unique products, and the latest proven technologies. Helena is a proud sponsor of the Viborg-Hurley Cougars.
Good luck, Viborg-Hurley Cougars. From Dakota Ace Hardware Viborg, cheering you on, Dakota Ace Hardware Viborg has been supporting the communities of Viborg-Hurley, Parker, Irene, Wakanda, and Centerville since 1994 and offers everything from paint to plumbing and electrical and lawn and garden. Good luck to the Cougars from your locally owned Dakota Ace Hardware in Viborg. Go Cougars!
Trust Ackerman Heating and Air Conditioning in Viborg for all your HVAC needs. Ackerman Heating and Air Conditioning features Coleman Heating and Cooling Units. The Coleman name is a trusted icon in America. Known for the rugged dependability and tremendous value, Coleman products stand the test of time. So if you need HVAC work, let the professionals at Ackerman Heating and Air Conditioning handle the task from start to finish. Give them a call for whatever the South Dakota weather throws your way.
Building a team takes the right mix of quality materials and expertise. You can find the lumber and materials for your next project at Farmers Lumber Company in Viborg. Farmers Lumber Company knows that both area teams are built strong and are sure to be successful in tonight's game and beyond. So if you need lumber or hardware for your spring project, make sure to stop by Farmers Lumber Company in Viborg. From Farmers Lumber Company, good luck to both teams.
Get your grocery list and head to Hometown Grocery on Main Street in Viborg. Warm up with hot deals at Hometown Grocery, home of super savings, putting more purchase power into your food dollars. So pile up the pantry, load up the shelves. With hundreds of new items, you'll find everything on your grocery list if you can find room in your freezer. Visit Hometown Grocery on Facebook and check out the latest ad to save even more. Hometown Grocery is a proud sponsor of the Viborg-Hurley Cougars. Good luck, Cougars.
At Merchant State Bank, with locations in Freeman, Hurley, Viborg, and Irene, they offer big bank products to meet your financial needs and promote economic stability and growth within the communities they call home. Visit them online at msb-sd.com to learn more about the services they offer. Merchant State Bank is always proud to sponsor the athletic and academic activities of the communities they serve. Good luck to all the area teams in their games.
At the half, 33-28, Viborg-Hurley leads Freeman. What a game we've had here. A late second quarter rally from Freeman as things were looking to maybe get a little out of hand. But Freeman, a couple of triples to get right back into it. I want to take a moment to thank SDPB for allowing us to stream this game. For complete coverage, updated scores, and photos of the high school basketball championships, visit sdpb.org/basketball. All the games will be broadcast live on SDPB television. For updated content, check out SDPB Sports on social media. And a big thank you to our sponsors. We couldn't do it without them. Those sponsors include Vermeer, Merchant State Bank, CHS Agronomy, C&B Operations, Rural Manufacturing, Freeman Dental, Vision Care Associates Freeman, Freeman Lumber Company, Golden West Communications, Core Trust Bank, Sioux International, Sari Auto Body, Ward Law, Yankton Thrive, Merchant State Bank, Helena Ag Enterprises, Dakota Ace Hardware, Ackerman Heating and Cooling, Farmers Lumber Company, Janelle Pearson, Next Home Tri-State Realty, and Hometown Grocery. Now for your halftime stats as the Cougars lead 33-28. We'll start with the Freeman Flyers. Sawyer Whiff in this one has 3 rebounds and a steal. Taden Kerrigan, 2 points, an assist, and 2 rebounds. Luke Peters with 5 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists. David Walter with 11 points here as he's gotten things going as of late. 2 steals for him. Trey Maskey in this one. We don't have a stat. Christopher Asen has gotten in. He's attempted 3 field goals, has not gotten them to fall. He does have a foul. Luke Miller with 3 points, a rebound. Tate Sorensen with 7 points, 2 rebounds, 2 blocks, and a steal. For the Viborg-Hurley Cougars, Jake Austin with 6 points and a rebound. Brady Schroedermeyer with 4 points, an assist, and a rebound. Owen Niederbaumer, 15 points, leads all scorers, 2 rebounds, and a steal. Nick Hansen has not scored in this game, surprisingly. Only 1 rebound for him, 3 assists, though, and a steal. Rafe Gedderts in this one with 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals. Braden Morrison has 1 assist, 1 block. And Braden Morrison, one of the shorter kids on the floor, with a block. Brenner Gertis, 1 rebound in the game. And then Nolan Koltoff, 8 points, 1 block, and 4 rebounds. Nolan Koltoff getting it done, 3 offensive rebounds. Really doing a nice job. Again, we will be covering all of the Viborg-Hurley Cougar and Freeman Flyer games. That'll all be on Classic Hits 106.3, Fuller Digital Solutions on YouTube, and KVHT.com. We'll take one more break and be back for the second half of basketball. Should be a great one. We'll be back in just a moment.
At C&B Operations in Freeman, we're proud to be part of this vibrant community where hard work, passion, and dedication shine through every student. Whether on the field, in the classroom, or on stage, every student is a champion in their own way. We're here to support Freeman and Freeman Academy athletes, scholars, and students involved in clubs and activities that make our town thrive. C&B, your hometown partner, cheering on all the young champions of Freeman.
Keep dreaming big and reaching high.
Freeman Lumber is a proud sponsor of this sports broadcast and wants you to know that they are very proud of their staff who will assist you with friendly and courteous service. Stop by Freeman Lumber at 104 Main in Freeman and let them help you with your building needs, whether it is fencing, windows, siding, roofs, and remodels, or new builds, or just your everyday lumber needs. Stop in and deal with someone you know and can trust. That's the folks at Freeman Lumber Co. in Freeman, South Dakota.
Rural Manufacturing Company of Freeman, South Dakota has a large inventory of steel for buildings and fabrication needs. They stock square and rectangular tube, pipe, angles, channels, and rounds. Rural Manufacturing also stocks shapes in stainless steel. Their sheet metal stock consists of hot-rolled steel, stainless steel, and galvanized steel. Concrete rebar is also in stock in sizes 3/8 to 3/4 in 20-foot lengths. Call Rural Manufacturing in Freeman for pricing or info on fabrication services available. At Sioux International of Freeman, South Dakota, they pride themselves on delivering equipment solutions to every sort of farming operation. The company continues to exude a tradition of excellent customer service and employ a large staff of knowledgeable technicians. Get the scoop on the latest deals and what's new, whether it's ag equipment, acreage equipment, lawn and garden, or equipment attachments. It's what they do at your Sioux International dealer in Freeman, South Dakota, a proud sponsor of this sports broadcast.
At Freeman Regional Health Services, we're committed to your family's health and well-being, whether it's an emergency, an annual checkup, or senior care. We're proud to serve Freeman and the surrounding communities. We're excited to now offer Planet Heart and Body Composition scans, expanding our services to meet your needs. Visit freemanregional.com to learn more about our compassionate, high-quality care. We look forward to caring for you. Freeman Regional Health Services is a proud sponsor of this sports broadcast.
rewarding you for doing everyday things, like buying gas, shopping, and dining local. Does your bank do that? If you're a Core Trust customer, your bank does that. When you open a premium or preferred checking account and meet requirements, you get access to Core Trust perks powered by Bazing, an exclusive network offering 300,000 plus deals and discounts on dining, shopping, travel, fuel, and more. Visit us online, in person, or by phone. Terms and conditions apply. Member FDIC.
Back just in time here for the second half of play. Viborg-Hurley Cougars currently lead the Freeman Flyers 33-28. This has been an exciting game, Gage. What do you expect to see from each side in the second half as the Flyers start with the basketball?
Yeah, looking at the stats from the last game, the Freeman Flyers are shooting 50% beyond the arc. I expect that to continue as they see that stat and just keep feeding it where it's hot. On the Viborg side, one thing I thought they did really well was score points in transition. I expect that to continue as well as
back-to-back turnovers as Freeman turn it over. Then Viborg gives it right back. Walter with it here for Freeman. Finds his guy down low. The layup scored by Sawyer Whiff.
You know, Zach, I think I just jinxed the Cougars by saying that as they give up the turnover.
33-30, a three-point game, only a one-possession game. Viborg-Hurley leads. They've got the basketball. They now move it left to right. They swing it around the perimeter. Brady Schroedermeyer with it. Gets it in low. Gedderts gets it down low. Hansen short on his first shot. And the rebound goes Freeman. Freeman a chance to tie or pull it within one with a shot. Walter has it. Near side right in front of us. Now driving. Getting stuck in the lane. Shot no good there from Tate Sorensen. Rebound went Owen Niederbaumer, who's done it all here tonight. Niederbaumer leads all scorers with 15. He'll also bring the ball down the floor. Schroedermeyer with it. He wants the layup, gets it, and the foul. Schroedermeyer gets the bucket to fall as the foul goes against Luke Peters. That'll be his second personal, first team on either side here in the third quarter of play. 6:48 to go. Plenty of game time as the free throw rims around and in. Cougars back on top 6, Freeman with the basketball. A game I probably expect this one's going to go deep into the fourth quarter. It's what you love about state basketball. Not too many blowouts. Sorensen in the lane, takes a couple dribbles, swings it out. Thought about the three, it was Kerrigan. Instead brings it in. A jumper, rims around, off the glass and in. Kerrigan, his second field goal of the game. He's up to 4. 6:20 to play in the third. It's 36-32. Viborg-Hurley leads. They've led pretty much the entire way since they scored the first bucket of the game. Dangerous pass to Schroedermeyer. Somehow gets it. He's fouled. David Walter picks up the foul. That's his second personal, team second. And at the free throw line, Brady Schroedermeyer of the Cougars.
A little slow to get up. Hopefully he's all right. See if it affects his free throws.
First one, no good. And you got to wonder, as you said, kind of slow to get up. Glad he's all right, still out there playing. We wonder if that sub's coming in for him. Would not surprise me in the slightest. Schroedermeyer, second of 2. No good as well. Freeman pulls it in. And no harm, but a foul as that one intercepted down low. Niederbaumer the steal.
Yeah, you can see him limping. It kind of sucks he has to stay in the game.
Yeah, kind of hoping almost for that stoppage of play here. But play continues. Nick Hansen in the lane, swings it out. Rafe Gedderts. He'll kick it out. Niederbaumer thought about the three, decided against it. Hands it off Jake Austin. Austin over to Schroedermeyer. He'll drive it into the lane. A one-man wrecking ball somehow got that to fall through the traffic. Schroedermeyer said, you know what? I was limping. I was just kidding. I'm going to score this here real quick. 38-32, Cougars lead. Freeman with the basketball. Three-pointer here. No good from Kerrigan. Offensive rebound. They'll swing it out. Thinking about the three up top with Sorensen. Instead, drives into the lane. A nice left-handed layup. Back and forth, back and forth. As just over 5 minutes to play, a 4-point lead here for Viborg-Hurley. Jake Austin with it. Bounce pass, Getterts gets it into Nick Hansen, down low. Hansen is fouled before the shot. The Flyers have made a point to not allow anything for Nick Hansen down low. He remains scoreless in this game, Gage, averages 19.5 points per game.
Flyers are doing a really good job at clogging that lane up, but on the other side, they have been giving up a lot of threes.
Media timeout on the floor. We'll take it as well. We'll return. Cougars on top, 38-34.
Since 1987, Sari Auto Body in Freeman has been repairing your car from headlights to taillights. Been in a wreck? They can fix it. Windshield replacement or repair? They do that too. From oil changes, tires, wheel alignments, and even engine overhauls. They can handle it all. One business in Freeman to remember, Sari Auto Body. Make them your one-stop shop for all your vehicle needs. Sari Auto Body in Freeman is a proud sponsor of this sports broadcast.
Vision Care Associates in Freeman and Parkston are proud sponsors of this sports broadcast. When it's time to get your vision checked, you go to the eye care center that has the latest technology. Vision Care Associates now offers new OptiMap dilation free exams in both the Freeman and Parkston clinics. It's quick and easy. Best of all, it keeps your day interruption-free. OptiMap captures a detailed image of your eye, helping to detect any problems. No blurriness, no discomfort, just clear, precise results. See the best when you visit Vision Care Associates in Freeman and Parkston.
Out of the media timeout, 38-34, Cougars lead. 4:52 to play here in the third quarter. Cougars basketball, they've also got the lead. Inbounds maybe not quite as tricky for them as they have a 6'6 senior and a 6'7 senior. As well, they lob it up, this time to the 6'6 senior, Niederbaumer. Corner three. Not enough on it, but offensive rebound. Niederbaumer with it. Up top, Braden Morrison takes a couple dribbles. We've seen him knock down shots, but not in tonight's game. Driving at the elbow, Austin slid a little bit. Nick Hansen, he'll fire a three, a switch. His first score of the game. You don't expect it to be beyond the arc, but it doesn't matter. He'll put it in for three. Freeman with the basketball. Moving it right to left on offense. Asen with it, takes a dribble. Now into the corner. They go down low. Sorensen takes a dribble, sets up his shot. Swirls around the rim, and it does not go in. Kolthoff pulls it in as we hit the halfway mark here in the third quarter. 12 minutes to play. Viborg-Hurley leads 7. Both teams fighting for a chance at the state semifinals. Braden Morrison lines up the three. Back-to-back threes for Viborg-Hurley. Morrison, his first score of the game, and the Cougars back up double digits. They lead 10. 3:40 to play here in the third quarter. Asen wanted the answer three, airballed it. Offensive rebound, keeping it Freeman. A foot on the line, long two, no good there from Luke Miller. Viborg-Hurley a chance to keep working on this lead. Sidestep three, Braden Miller, too much on it, but Niederbaumer, the rebound, puts it back up and in. Viborg-Hurley hot here in the third quarter. They lead 46-34. Timeout called by Coach Freeman of the Flyers. 30-second timeout. We'll be back after this.
When it comes to sports teams and players, they can do more when they have the best equipment. This also applies to manufacturing and agriculture. For 75 years, Vermeer Manufacturing has been equipping the world to do more. Vermeer is growing and is looking to fill positions in production. If you're looking, Vermeer is hiring and offering a great starting wage, great benefits, and a great workplace. Start your career with Vermeer, a proud sponsor of the Freeman students.
46-34 your score. Viborg-Hurley leads the Freeman Flyers. 3:14 to play in the third quarter. With the basketball is the Flyers. Yes. The Sweet Caroline bum, bum, bum. You hear how big of a crowd it is. Bounce pass down low, goes out of bounds. Not really sure Luke Miller could have grabbed it. I think he might have thought it was tipped by Viborg-Hurley. Instead goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Flyers. Brady Schroedermeyer here has it for the Cougars, moves it up to Niederbaumer. Now Nick Hansen near the elbow. Cougars with it. Braden Morrison wants another three. Off the back iron it goes. Rebound, Luke Peters. The Flyers with it. Walter finds Tate Sorensen. He kind of jumped. He's called with the travel. Got his bucket to fall, but the whistle had blown already. Not sure. Looked like Viborg-Hurley kind of gave up on the play after the whistle blew. Freeman really could have used a bucket there. Brady Schroedermeyer has it. Bounce pass into Braden Morrison, out to Nick Hansen. Back to Morrison. Schroedermeyer has it. Gets it down low, Nick Hansen. A foul is called. Is it an offensive foul? No, it's not. It looked like Viborg-Hurley disagreed, so I was thinking it was an offensive foul. Instead, it's the fourth team on the Freeman Flyers. Second personal from Tate Sorensen. There's not been a foul committed by Viborg-Hurley in this third quarter. It's a big reason why they've been able to gather a 12-point lead. Cougars inbound it, bounce pass to Brady Schroedermeyer. Another bucket, good for him. 48-34, that makes it. Freeman needing a good offensive set here. That pass tipped into the hands right back to the Cougars. And that shot by Schroedermeyer puts him in double digits. He's 1 of 2 for the Cougars alongside Niederbaumer. Schroedermeyer gets a screen. And an offensive foul on the Cougars. There's their first foul here in the third quarter. Foul goes against Nick Hansen. He picks up his third personal. Not any reason to panic, but he will take to the bench for Viborg-Hurley. David Walter with it, has yet to score in the second half. Didn't get the bucket, but he's fouled, headed to the free throw line. You know, you almost feel like it's the announcer curse. After I just mentioned no fouls on Viborg-Hurley, they pick up 2 pretty much back-to-back. Walter at the free throw line. Sinks the first. Next of 2, bounces around and in. 48-36, that makes it still a 12-point lead, Viborg-Hurley. But Freeman needing points as Walter gets his 12th and 13th points of the game. Schroedermeyer drives to the rack, somehow gets another one. He's been so good attacking, picks up his 13th point. Luke Peters with it. Gave it up to Oliver Waltner. And now a mid-range jumper, no good from Peters. Viborg-Hurley brings it the other way with their 14-point lead. 80 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Schroedermeyer at the logo. Drives it in. Does he have another layup in him? He does, and the foul. The foul goes against Taden Kerrigan. His second personal, team's 5th. Cougars in the bonus as we watch the replay. The and one from Schroedermeyer, and then we return as Schroedermeyer sinks the free throw. He's now up to 16 points in this game, has his team up 17, 53-36, a minute 08 to play here in the game as Walter shot denied down low by Niederbaumer. The Cougars with it under a minute left in the third. They've amassed a 17-point lead. Gertis with it, thought about the three. Instead, gives it up. Schroedermeyer with it as the Cougars will move it slowly. Schroedermeyer, drive, kick. Gertis, the corner three. Off the front iron it goes. Walter, the rebound. About a 7.5, 8 second difference between shot and game clock. Freeman with it, and a foul called on Viborg-Hurley. That'll be their third team foul. And the foul against Niederbaumer. He picks up his second personal. That'll turn off the shot clock here, and why that's important is Freeman has the chance to take the final shot of the third quarter. They need something here as they trail 17. In it goes to Sorensen. Now Kerrigan, his pass deflected into Walter's hand. A little luck as Walter tries baiting the foul, unable to get it. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Viborg-Hurley, so Freeman will keep possession here. Walter will inbound. Looking for anybody, gets it in to Luke Peters. Right back Walter. Now into the corner. That pass deflected, but Schroedermeyer will pick up a foul. Foul number 4. That's in 2 minutes of game time. The Cougars have now picked up 4 team fouls. Schroedermeyer picks up his third personal. Freeman again with the inbound here. One more foul, and it's bonus free throws for the Flyers. Sorensen will head over to inbound it. He'll get it in, Luke Peters. Up top, Taden Kerrigan, 14 seconds to play in the third quarter. Just over 8 minutes in the game left. 3 taken, Walter, no good. Fight for the rebound, but a push called on the Flyers. Tate Sorensen is going to pick up his third foul. No, it's on Viborg-Hurley. Excuse me, foul's on Viborg-Hurley. It goes against Niederbaumer, his third personal, and now bonus free throws for the Flyers. Missing the first free throw there. Oliver Waltner, a sophomore, comes off the bench, averages 2 rebounds a game and 1.5 points per game. Would love to get in the stat book here in the state tournament. Waltner, the next no good as well. So it didn't hurt the Cougars at all. 4 seconds to shoot. They move it up quickly. Schroedermeyer swings out. He's called for a travel. 0.6 seconds. Gage, you think they got enough time for a shot?
You know, they say you only need 0.3 to shoot the ball.
On a three-quarter, half-court, though, do you get enough muscle on in 0.3 seconds? We'll see. Freeman with the basketball. Viborg-Hurley adds a little pressure. They get it in. Kerrigan, did he get it off? Off the glass, doesn't matter. We wrap up our third quarter. It's 53-36. Viborg-Hurley leads. 8 minutes to play when we return.
It started with a rancher who built a fence that bordered land. This is where we began. A copper wire strung from one fence post to the next. That lone wire went on to connect one family to another and then another, until one day it touched us all. At Golden West, we didn't build the communities that made South Dakota. No, we just brought them together.
At the Freeman Parkston Dental Centers, you will receive the highest quality comprehensive dental care in a friendly, relaxed atmosphere. Freeman Parkston Dental Centers strive to provide the best general, cosmetic, and emergency dental care in the area. In addition to general dentistry, they offer Invisalign, teeth whitening, dental implants, and pediatric services. The team is highly trained, professional, and compassionate. Freeman and Parkston Dental Centers are a proud sponsor of this sports broadcast.
8 minutes to play in this one. 53-36, Viborg-Hurley leads. Looking like they might advance to the semifinals, but the Flyers still in it. Flyers need a great fourth quarter here, but the Cougars will start with the basketball, leading 17. Jake Austin with it, gets it out to Rafe Gedderts. Gedderts tries setting it up in offense. Bounce pass, taken the other way, but a foul called on Freeman. Freeman really could have used that turnover in a layup. Foul goes against Luke Peters. We'll see, his second or third, it's his third personal, team's first. Viborg-Hurley inbounds it, only 20 seconds in, still a 17-point lead for the Cougars. Nick Hansen swings it up top. Jake Austin, a three, no good. Rebound Kerrigan. Kerrigan falls with the basketball, goes out of bounds, and a turnover. A turnover on Freeman. They're going to need to play pretty much flawless from here on out. Viborg-Hurley, such a good team, tough to come back on as Nick Hansen drives to the rack. He'll score the first two here in the fourth quarter.
His first points in the paint, if I'm not mistaken.
And it is. He's up to 5. He hit a 3 earlier. That was his lone bucket of the game. Down low, Tate Sorensen works with it, trying for anything. Walter thought about the step-back 3. He'll move it to the side. No good. Ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Flyers. It'll be Viborg-Hurley basketball. Under 7 minutes to play in the game now. 55-36, a 19-point lead for the Cougars. It's their largest of the night. Niederbaumer has it. Over to Nick Hansen. Nick Hansen. No, a timeout. It's going to be called. Called by Shane Warwick of the Cougars. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll be back, and when we return, 55-36, Viborg-Hurley leads.
The Viborg-Hurley Cougars are guilty of not only being great athletes, but great young adults growing into a great asset for the community. That's why Gary Ward of the Ward Law Office is proud to support the Viborg-Hurley Cougars. Young Viborg-Hurley students are the future of our community, and the future is bright. So from Ward Law Office in Viborg, good luck to Viborg-Hurley Cougar student athletes in the game and in life. Go Cougars!
Back on the floor, 6:45 to play here in the game. Viborg-Hurley, a big lead, 55-36, as they try to punch their ticket into the Class B state semifinals. Freeman hanging on, trying their chance as well. It's the Cougars basketball. Timeout was called by Coach Warwick. That's the first timeout he's called all game. He's still got 4 remaining. Probably not going to need to call all 4 unless this game really gets out of hand for the Cougars. Jake Austin out to Schroedermeyer. 7 seconds to shoot on the shot clock. Hansen thought about the 3, decided against it. Geddert's the 3, and it rims in. Geddert's not known for his three-point shooting. Knocks it in, gives a 22-point lead in favor of Viborg-Hurley. That might have been the dagger as that one's stolen away. Jake Austin on the other side, no good on the layup. Schroedermeyer the rebound, he'll get the second opportunity. 60-36 your score. Viborg-Hurley leads 24 with 6 minutes to play in the game. Tate Sorensen tries driving it lane. Kicks it out. Kerrigan the 3. Kerrigan off the front iron as the shots have not fallen. Walter, the offensive board, puts it in though. That three-point shooting is just not kept up here for the Freeman Flyers. It's really hurt them. They trail 60-38, 5:40 to play in the game. Viborg-Hurley with it. We'll see the Cougars, they're running the clock a little bit more. Won't be shocked if we see that a lot here in this fourth quarter. Three-pointer, Niederbaumer, he's got his 4th. Niederbaumer out of his mind, up to 20 points. The big men hitting the 3s here for Viborg-Hurley. Now Luke Peters will try the answer. Off the rim it goes. Rebound Geddert's, and Viborg-Hurley back in control with a 25-point lead. I know it looks like Viborg-Hurley's really just crushed them, but this was a close game moments ago, Gage.
Yeah, 9-0 run does not help your case. One more will be the kill shot. If it's not a kill shot already. Now it's an 11-0 run for the Cougars.
Niederbaumer on the rebound and gets the 2. Now I'm not sure if it's a media timeout or a coach timeout. Either way, we'll take it. Called by the Flyers. We'll be back in a minute here.
This is your invitation to thrive in Yankton, South Dakota. Nestled on the bluffs of the Missouri River, plenty of outdoor adventures are waiting. Whether you work remote or in a traditional office, we have a spot for you. Quality health care, diverse manufacturing, progressive school system, Mount Marty University, and so much more. Explore with family and friends. Let's thrive together.
Pick or place your property with Janelle Pearson of Next Home Tri-State Realty. With licenses in Iowa and South Dakota, Janelle Pearson is the perfect choice to buy or sell your home. Rest assured, as you see the knowledge, hard work, passion, and care that goes into taking care of you. Give Janelle Pearson of Next Home Tri-State Realty a call today at 712-552-7102 to take care of all your home needs. Janelle Pearson is a proud sponsor of this sports broadcast.
4:46 to play here in the game. Viborg-Hurley leads 65-38. It's a 27-point lead. More likely than not, it's just going to be too much for the Flyers as this crowd is just rolling out here. But still, plenty of action to be had on the floor. Luke Peters with it. Takes a dribble, loses the basketball into the hands of Christopher Asen. Asen swings it cross court to Luke Miller. Miller drives it into the lane, picks it up. Now Tate Sorensen, he wants to drive, he's fouled. They're going to wave off the shot. It was before the shot. Brady Schroedermeyer will pick up his fourth personal. And now we'll have a media timeout. We'll take that as well. A message from our sponsors here.
At Merchant State Bank, with locations in Freeman, Hurley, Viborg, and Irene, they offer big bank products with a small-town service to meet your financial needs and promote economic stability and growth within the communities they call home. Visit them online at msvsd.com to learn more about the services they offer. Merchant State Bank is a proud sponsor of the athletic and academic activities in the communities they serve, hoping this season is a memorable one. From Merchant State Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Helena Agra Enterprises is one of the foremost agronomic solution providers in the U.S. with over 500 branch locations. Helena markets and sells inputs that improve agricultural productivity for greater customer returns. Helena's theme of people, products, knowledge reinforces the company's commitment to helping customers succeed through the knowledgeable and dedicated people, useful and unique products, and the latest proven technologies. Helena is a proud sponsor of the Viborg-Hurley Cougars.
Buzzer sounds, 4:19 to play in this game. Right now, it's 65-38. On top, the Viborg-Hurley Cougars, a 27-point lead. Again, this crowd is really kind of filed out. Freeman basketball. We'll also have a post game with final stats as Asen launches the three, no good. Gets his own rebound, short on the next attempt too. Viborg-Hurley with it. But our post game will have final stats. We'll have what's up to come and what else has happened here in the tournament and what we saw on the floor here tonight. Viborg-Hurley swings it around the perimeter. Halfway through the fourth quarter now. Nick Hansen, he gets another bucket down low as he gets up to 9 points in the game. Definitely below his average, but it hasn't mattered as Niederbaumer stepped up big. Nate Sorensen down low, had a seam, but then travels with it. We are 1 point shy of a 30-point game here. I'm not quite sure, to be honest with you, Gage, if we get a running clock in state tournament or not, but 30 points is the running clock rule. Lots of subs will come in here in this one. The Cougars right now, the floor made up of Braden Morrison, Brenner Gertis, Brady Schroedermeyer, Nolan Koltoff, and Nick Hansen. On the other side for Freeman, they've got Luke Miller, Asen has a three-pointer here. Brady Schroedermeyer buries it. Again, the Flyers with Christopher Asen, Luke Miller, Oliver Waltner as Miller gets a bucket to fall. Taden Kerrigan and Tannen Auk in the game. 70-40 your score. Shot denied on the other side of the floor. Freeman with it. I think a foul called, though. We do not have a running clock, it appears. As now another big pile of subs comes in for Viborg-Hurley. Freeman with just one, as they'll put in Caden Waltner, a senior, for his squad. Freeman, a very young squad, I might add. In their starting five, they only have one senior in Sawyer Whiff. This is a team I expect to make it to the state tournament next year. 3 minutes to play, 70-40. Viborg-Hurley cruising away right now. They've got the basketball. Koltoff out to Morrison. 10 to shoot. Gettert's now with it. On the corner. Swings it, finds Jake Austin. Jumper at the elbow. No, but he's fouled. At the free throw line, Jake Austin off of the foul. Called on Brody Sorensen of the Flyers. Austin knocks down the first of two. He's up to 7 points in the game. He's a 6-point per game scorer. He's done exactly his role and knocks down the second as well. We actually saw him in the Sodak 16 against Crazy Horse. He put in some work. As Freeman with the basketball, 2:45 to play. They trail 32 in this one. With the basketball here, Brody Sorensen. Nearly losing it there was Luke Miller. He'll drive to the rack, high off the glass, put too much on it. Gettert's the rebound. And a timeout called here. We'll take a timeout quick. We'll be back in a moment with our final break of the game.
Good luck, Viborg-Hurley Cougars. From Dakota Ace Hardware Viborg, cheering you on, Dakota Ace Hardware Viborg has been supporting the communities of Viborg-Hurley, Parker, Irene Wakanda, and Centerville since 1994 and offers everything from paint to plumbing and electrical and lawn and garden. Good luck to the Cougars from your locally owned Dakota Ace Hardware in Viborg. Go Cougars!
And we apologize, missed a little of the action. Only bringing the ball down the floor as the timeout was called just to get in some subs. Three-pointer no good for the Cougars who have the basketball. And now a jump ball will be called. And that will give Freeman the basketball. Viborg-Hurley right now, their floor made up of Lincoln Van Orsdal, Godwin Johnson, Brock Fredrickson, Caden Thibodeau-Lindemann, and Noah Werdel. For the Freeman Flyers, they're made up of Braden Mangle as a turnover there. Quentin Anderson on the floor for the Flyers alongside Trey Maskey. Three-pointer here for the Cougars, no good. Rebound into the hands of Lane McCune, who's also in for the Flyers. Missing one name here. And Braden Mangle with it. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Freeman. Caden Waltner, the other name I'm missing for the Flyers. 93 seconds to play here. Viborg-Hurley will advance. They lead by 32 right now. They work their offense. Valuable minutes here for sure for some players who don't always get in. Another three taken, too much on it. Fight for the rebound. Ends up in the hands of the Cougars. Cross-court pass as the rebound was pulled in by Thibodeau-Lindemann. As we near the 1 minute mark. Cross pump fake on the three. Thibodeau-Lindemann sidesteps it, got a good look. Crowd would have went wild had he made that. Freeman pulls the rebound. Only a couple possessions remaining in this one. Flyers into the lane, they move it. Driving, Trey Maskey off the glass, scores it. 40 seconds to play in this one as we are in our closing seconds of this game. Up top, they move it, the Cougars, on offense. Driving it here, Godwin gets it to Thibodeau-Lindemann, swings it out. Three here for the Cougars, off the back iron. Offensive rebound, but stripped away. Whistle will blow. That's probably the final foul call we're going to have here of the game. We'll see who it's on. Foul goes against Godwin Johnson, his first personal, team second. In the lane, Maskey with it. Dumps it off Quentin Anderson. Ball on the ground, gets it out to Maskey. Maskey fouled on the shot, nearly got the and one. Couldn't quite get it though. And at the free throw line here, Trey Maskey, foul goes against Godwin As I apologize, the last foul was on Noah Wardell. I saw 1 and a 2. Well, last foul was on number 21, Noah Wardell. This one on Godwin Johnson, 12. His first personal, team's third. And that one rims around and in, falls for Maskey. So Maskey goes 2 for 2. He's got 4 points. 5 seconds to play in this one. Godwin Johnson wants to move it quickly for Viborg-Hurley. Thought he was maybe going to take the final second shot, but Viborg-Hurley comes away with the win. They're headed to the state semifinals and then to the other side of the bracket for the Freeman Flyers. We'll take a quick break, and we will be back to discuss this game, final stats, and more to come on Classic Hits 106.3, Fuller Digital Solutions on YouTube and KVHT.com.
Trust Ackerman Heating and Air Conditioning in Viborg for all your HVAC needs. Ackerman Heating and Air Conditioning features Coleman heating and cooling units. The Coleman name is a trusted icon in America. Known for the rugged dependability and tremendous value, Coleman products stand the test of time. So if you need HVAC work, let the professionals at Ackerman Heating and Air Conditioning handle the task from start to finish. Give them a call for whatever the South Dakota weather throws your way.
Building a team takes the right mix of quality materials and expertise. You can find the lumber and materials for your next project at Farmers Lumber Company in Viborg. Farmers Lumber Company knows that both area teams are built strong and are sure to be successful in tonight's game and beyond. So if you need lumber or hardware for your spring project, make sure to stop by Farmers Lumber Company in Viborg. From Farmers Lumber Company, good luck to both teams.
Get your grocery list and head to Hometown Grocery on Main Street in Viborg. Warm up with hot deals at Hometown Grocery, home of super savings, putting more purchase power into your food dollars. So pile up the pantry, load up the shelves. With hundreds of new items, you'll find everything on your grocery list if you can find room in your freezer. Visit Hometown Grocery on Facebook and check out the latest ad to save even more. Hometown Grocery is a proud sponsor of the Viborg-Hurley Cougars. Good luck, Cougars.
At Merchant State Bank, with locations in Freeman, Hurley, Viborg, and Irene, they offer big bank products to meet your financial needs and promote economic stability and growth within the communities they call home. Visit them online at msb-sd.com to learn more about the services they offer. Merchant State Bank is always proud to sponsor the athletic and academic activities of the communities they serve. Good luck to all the area teams in their games.
CHS Farmers Agronomy is a leading ag company based in Freeman and Parkston that offers a wide range of agronomy services, including crop protection, crop nutrients, and seed products. Energy solutions provided are propane, refined fuels, and lubricants, as well as animal nutrition and equipment services. CHS Farmers Alliance Agronomy offers comprehensive solutions for farmers, including cash bids, future trading, and grain contracts. Download the MyCHS app to stay up to date on important info. CHS Farmers Allegiance Agronomy in Freeman and Parkston is a proud sponsor of this sports broadcast.
At C&B Operations in Freeman, we're proud to be part of this vibrant community where hard work, passion, and dedication shine through every student. Whether on the field, in the classroom, or on stage, every student is a champion in their own way. We're here to support Freeman and Freeman Academy athletes, scholars, and students involved in clubs and activities that make our town thrive. C&B, your hometown partner, cheering on all the young champions of Freeman.
Keep dreaming big and reaching high.
Freeman Lumber is a proud sponsor of this sports broadcast and wants you to know that they are very proud of their staff who will assist you with friendly and courteous service. Stop by Freeman Lumber at 104 Main in Freeman and let them help you with your building needs, whether it is fencing, windows, siding, roofs, and remodels, or new builds, or just your everyday lumber needs. Stop in and deal with someone you know and can trust. That's the folks at Freeman Lumber Co. in Freeman, South Dakota.
Rural Manufacturing Company of Freeman, South Dakota has a large inventory of steel for buildings and fabrication needs. They stock square and rectangular tube, pipe, angles, channels, and rounds. Rural Manufacturing also stocks shapes in stainless steel. Their sheet metal stock consists of hot-rolled steel, stainless steel, and galvanized steel. Concrete rebar is also in stock in sizes 3/8 to 3/4 in 20-foot lengths. Call Rural Manufacturing in Freeman for pricing or info on fabrication services available.
Your final score, 72-44. Viborg-Hurley Cougars defeat the Freeman Flyers and will advance to the state semifinals. For the Freeman Flyers, they'll head to the other side of the bracket and will be fighting for the consolation championship now. Of course, we will be covering both. And a quick recap of what all happened today. Number 1 seeded Castlewood defeated number 8 seeded Lyman 64-38. Number 4, Wessington Springs defeated number 5, Wall 74-52. Number 2, Del Rapids St. Mary defeated number 7, Aberdeen Christian 66-45. And of course, we just saw tonight Viborg-Hurley, the 3 seed, winning 72-44 over the 6 seeded Freeman Flyers. So Viborg-Hurley will advance in the state semifinals to take on the number 2 ranked Del Rapids St. Mary Cardinals. That should be a great game. We actually saw the girls, Del Rapids St. Mary, against Centerville last week, Gage. And now we'll see their boys against Viborg-Hurley. Freeman tomorrow will take on Aberdeen Christian in a game at 1:45, and the Viborg-Hurley Del Rapids St. Mary game at 7:45 here again tonight, so it'll be the late game. We'll be covering both on Classic Hits 106.3, Fuller Digital Solutions on YouTube, as well as kvht.com. Your final stats here, starting with the Freeman Flyers. Sawyer Whiff in this one, 2 points, 3 rebounds, 2 steals. Taden Kerrigan with 4 points, 4 rebounds. Luke Peters had 2 assists, 5 points, 4 rebounds. David Walter with 15 points, 2 rebounds and an assist and 2 steals. Trey Maskey with 4 points and a rebound. Quentin Anderson pulled in a rebound. Christopher Asen with 1 rebound. Brody Sorensen got in, did not record a stat. Lane McCune with 1 rebound. Braden Mangle had 1 rebound. Luke Miller ends with 5 points, 2 rebounds. Caden Walter, no stats. Oliver Waltner, no stats. Tannen Auk, 1 block. And Tate Sorensen with 9 points, 4 rebounds, 2 blocks, and a steal. Now for your Viborg-Hurley Cougars. Jake Austin ended with 8 points, 2 rebounds, and a steal. Brady Schroedermeyer with 21 points led all scoring. 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. Owen Niederbaumer with 20 points, 6 rebounds, 2 steals, and a block. Nick Hansen ends with 9 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists, and a steal. Rafe Gedderts in this one, 3 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals. Braden Morrison, 3 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist, and a block. Brenner Gertis had 1 rebound, 1 assist. Nolan Koltoff with 8 points, 7 rebounds. He led his team in rebounding. 1 block, 1 steal. Brock Fredrickson in this one, no stats recorded. Lincoln Van Orsdal, no stats recorded. Godwin Johnson, no stats recorded. Noah Wordle with no stats recorded. And then Thibodeau Lindemann ended up with 1 rebound in the game. Again, Viborg-Hurley advances 72-44. They'll take on Del Rapids St. Mary in the state semifinals tomorrow at 7:45. And Freeman, on the other side of the bracket, will now be in the consolation semifinals against Aberdeen Christian. That game set to tip off at 1:45 in the afternoon. We'll take one final break. We'll recap this game, what we saw here, what's up to come, and be back in a moment here on Classic Hits 106.3, Fuller Digital Solutions on YouTube and kvht.com.
At Sioux International of Freeman, South Dakota, they pride themselves on delivering equipment solutions to every sort of farming operation. The company continues to exude a tradition of excellent customer service and employ a large staff of knowledgeable technicians. Get the scoop on the latest deals and what's new, whether it's ag equipment, acreage equipment, lawn and garden, or equipment attachments. It's what they do at your Sioux International dealer in Freeman, South Dakota, a proud sponsor of this sports broadcast.
At Freeman Regional Health Services, we're committed to your family's health and well-being, whether it's an emergency, an annual checkup, or senior care. We're proud to serve Freeman and the surrounding communities. We're excited to now offer Planet Heart and Body Composition scans, expanding our services to meet your needs. Visit freemanregional.com to learn more about our compassionate, high-quality care. We look forward to caring for you. Freeman Regional Health Services is a proud sponsor of this sports broadcast.
Rewarding you for doing everyday things, like buying gas, shopping, and dining local. Does your bank do that? If you're a Core Trust customer, your bank does that. When you open a premium or preferred checking account and meet requirements, you get access to Core Trust perks powered by Bazing, an exclusive network offering 300,000 plus deals and discounts on dining, shopping, travel, fuel, and more. Visit us online, in person, or by phone. Terms and conditions apply. Member FDIC.
Since 1987, Sari Auto Body in Freeman has been repairing your car from headlights to taillights. Been in a wreck? They can fix it. Windshield replacement or repair? They do that too. From oil changes, tires, wheel alignments, and even engine overhauls. They can handle it all. One business in Freeman to remember, Sari Auto Body. Make them your one-stop shop for all your vehicle needs. Sari Auto Body in Freeman is a proud sponsor of this sports broadcast.
Vision Care Associates in Freeman and Parkston are proud sponsors of this sports broadcast. When it's time to get your vision checked, you go to the eye care center that has the latest technology. Vision Care Associates now offers new OptiMap dilation free exams in both the Freeman and Parkston clinics. It's quick and easy. Best of all, it keeps your day interruption free. OptiMap captures a detailed image of your eye, helping to detect any problems. No blurriness, no discomfort, just clear, precise results. See the best when you visit Vision Care Associates in Freeman and Parkston.
When it comes to sports teams and players, they can do more when they have the best equipment. This also applies to manufacturing and agriculture. For 75 years, Vermeer Manufacturing has been equipping the world to do more. Vermeer is growing and is looking to fill positions in production. If you're looking, Vermeer is hiring and offering a great starting wage, great benefits, and a great workplace. Start your career with Vermeer, a proud sponsor of the Freeman students.
It started with a rancher who built a fence that bordered a land. This is where we began. A copper wire strung from one fence post to the next. That lone wire went on to connect one family to another and then another, until one day it touched us all. At Golden West, we didn't build the communities that made South Dakota. No, we just brought them together.
At the Freeman Parkston Dental Centers, you will receive the highest quality comprehensive dental care in a friendly, relaxed atmosphere. Freeman Parkston Dental Centers strive to provide the best general, cosmetic, and emergency dental care in the area. In addition to general dentistry, they offer Invisalign, teeth whitening, dental implants, and pediatric services. The team is highly trained, professional, and compassionate. Freeman and Parkston Dental Centers are a proud sponsor of this sports broadcast. As we quick wrap out here, 72-44, your final score. The Viborg-Hurley Cougars defeat the Freeman Flyers. A big thank you to South Dakota Public Broadcasting allowing us to run our live stream here. For complete coverage, updated scores, and photos of the high school basketball championships, visit sdpb.org/basketball. All the games will be broadcast live on SDPB television. For updated content, check out SDPB Sports on social media. Again, Viborg-Hurley comes out with a big win. Gage, what did you see in that one? And what do you expect the teams to go into tomorrow trying to do better?
Yeah, looking back at this game, the reason why Freeman had it so close in the first half and kind of the beginning of the third quarter is the first half they shot 5 for 10 from the three-point line. Looking at the second half, they shot 0 for, as I have the, there we go, I had the wrong picture. They shot 5 from 10 from the first half and 0 for 8 from the second half. When you miss 8 shots like that beyond the arc against a really good team like Viborg, you're really going to pay the price, and 0 for 8 is the reason why the Cougars were able to stretch the lead. Another big number I see on this stat sheet is 22 turnovers. The Flyers, if they want to win a game here this weekend at the state tournament, they're going to have to limit the turnovers. And it doesn't help you're playing the number one team in the media polls in Viborg-Hurley, but you still can't give up 22 turnovers. They did manage to get 10 turnovers on the Cougars, but 22 is a big number, a lot bigger than 10. You're going to have to limit them turnovers from here on out.
Absolutely. Again, just a reminder, Viborg-Hurley will take on Del Rapids St. Mary tomorrow at 7:45. Freeman will take on Aberdeen Christian at 1:45. We'll be covering both games. They'll be on Classic Hits 106.3, Fuller Digital Solutions on YouTube and KVHT.com. For the final time tonight, I'm Zach Spear alongside Gage Ravellette. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's been a blast, and looking forward to the next 2 days.